welcome guys. Welcome. Oh, 3 likes. Thank you. Wow. Okay, Eric, I don't know what you said there. But welcome guys, welcome. Working on the weekends, GOAT and Net CRM. Okay, I'll go ahead and do those. So welcome guys to the weekend live stream. I just decided to do one. I haven't done a weekend live stream in months. I think I haven't done one since last year, maybe last summer. You know, it's been a long time. So I just want to do a quick little live stream for Saturday night. Try to get you guys prepared for the upcoming trading week, especially for the people who aren't in the CFO Stream and Watch newsletter or in the CFO Discord group, which you guys can also get access to once you subscribe to the CFO Stream and Watch newsletter. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check the description box below for the link. Now, let's go ahead and start with SPY. So SPY here, like I said, for the past couple of live streams for this week, so I believe Thursday, Wednesday as well, I've shown you guys that this line in the sand level, this 362.50 level, or if you guys want a general kind of area, maybe around 360.50 to around 363, that was the area that I'm looking for a potential bounce. And I've been saying that we've broken down to the downside since last week. And if you take a look at the weekly time frame, right, you can clearly tell that there's a large bear flag on the weekly time frame here. So it's a macro bear flag, and we broke to the downside after forming a large bearish engulfing candlestick, right? This is a large bearish engulfing candlestick on the weekly time frame, and that allowed us to continue to move to the downside and continue to break all intraday and daily levels of support, including weekly supports. So with that in mind, right, this macro trend, I'm gonna look out personally for me. You know, I'm not trying to be biased here at this point now, since we have moved largely to the downside. I am looking for a bounce to the upside. And, you know, I've also mentioned in the previous lives from a couple days ago that usually after FOMC meeting and results are over, and after Jerome Powell speaks, you usually get a short-term uptrend in the next few coming trading days or even trading weeks. So it looks like we may just be getting that bounce. Why? Well, first of all, if you take a look at the weekly time frame as well here, you can clearly tell that we've reached that area between 360.50 to around 363 on Friday, right? The low of Friday was 363.29. So when we reached that area on the intraday time frame, so if you take a look at the 15-minute or even just 2-hour time frame, right, you can clearly tell that we had a nice bounce. And I love the way this candlestick looks like near 363, because this is telling me that there's buyers waiting in line at 363. And I've been waiting for this retest of this line in the sand level. And if we do see an uptrend start to form, if you start reversing on the daily time frame, then we will officially have a confirmation of a potential double bottom chart pattern that I've been looking out for multiple months here so far. And in the past year, when we retested this area, we got a tweezer double bottom where we have back-to-back candlesticks, right? And they provide a low here that's similar to each candlestick's low, and they start forming a reversal, and that's how we got this very, very nice short trend uptrend to the upside, right? So I'm going to expect something like this at the very least. If I don't see an uptrend, I want us to fill in the gap that we made between Thursday and Friday. Okay. Oh, 5 likes. Hey, thank you guys. Can we reach 10 likes? Will it be easier to reach 10 likes for the weekend? Welcome guys, welcome. Hey Anthony, what's up? I hope you're enjoying your trip. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your tickers here. But if you guys have any questions on my, short-term, technical analysis on SPY, please let me know in the chat. But let's go ahead and take a look at net. Oh. Okay, so there's a lot of potential for net here. There was actually, because it seemed like it was making a nice cup and handle here. It looks like it was ready to pivot. Okay, so there's the cup and there's a handle right here, right? And we could have broken out to the upside and it looked like we were about to, But market conditions did not allow us to do that. So unfortunately, that did not work. It looks like we're heading towards that support level, that crucial support level around 51.50, which is used as a level of resistance when we're making that curvature of that cup and handle chart pattern here. So if you take a look here, right, it also looks like a ascending triangle here. Okay, but let's just make it simple. Okay, we have a very significant level of support at 51.50. Okay, so do nothing. Hopefully that makes sense, right? You can play this further to the downside. I would expect it to move to the downside and continue to move to the downside at 51.50. So if you guys don't want to short this name, maybe wait out for the 51.50 bounce. I would expect some bounce to happen because we did break out of that support and we held it as a level of support before breaking to the downside on the early days of this formation of this cup on this overall macro cup and handle chart pattern. Okay, so make sure you watch out for that. Next one is CRM. CRM is one of those names I've been looking out for some good relative strength, but unfortunately, the market conditions have also allowed this one to break below its macro base that it's been forming for a couple of months here. I think 3 to 4 months, I believe. So yeah, around there. So this macro base spanned for around 3 to 4 months. And unfortunately, it died last week as it broke below the 154.50 support level. And I most likely am going to expect this one to continue to the downside. But this pattern right here, okay, and if you're wondering what pattern I'm speaking about, okay, this pattern right here, okay, where it goes down sharply, bounces up sharply, and then starts moving down rather slowly, okay, this is reminding me of the overall market as well. So if you look at SPY, okay, so if you take a look at this area right here, okay, excuse my crude drawing. All right, we're looking at very similar pattern here. All right, SPY and CRM. So if we decide to bounce this week, this upcoming week, I would expect CRM to bounce off of these 2022 lows that it just made on Friday and continue to move up higher to 154.50 as a retest. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. All right. Okay, Anthony, I hopefully you're still here. Let's do CCL. So CCL here, oops, let me take my marker out there. Take this out. So CCL was a good short in the Discord. And we played it, this breakdown to the downside. And it seems like we broke below 9.20 again. So, I think this is going to be seeing some more selling here as we continue to reel from, basically global retraction. All the global economies are retracting now, and they're showing confirmation signs that into 2023, we're going to see some very slowdown in growth, especially with travel and leisure. But the thing is, people are still spending on travel and leisure. So, that's not what the Federal Reserve wants. And if you guys are wondering why I'm saying that, well, I did do a video, a live stream on Thursday or Wednesday, I believe, explaining what happened with FOMC results and what Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell was saying as well. Okay, do nothing. You're welcome. So, for CCL here, it has earnings coming up. Okay, so I wouldn't be looking at this name until earnings are done. But I would suspect that earnings are not good because, well, this downtrend in price since, the highs that it made in 2021 back in mid-June, right, as summer was coming up and people were really hyped about the economic reopening, right? But that didn't happen, right? Because people were still struggling to go out. People were still scared, So, airlines and cruise lines are not doing well. So I would expect earnings to be really bad, just like in last quarter as well, okay, where they did not meet the estimates for revenue and earnings, right? So I wouldn't expect them to just do stellar again another quarter later out of the blue, right? That's going to be kind of surprising, because if that does happen, then the stock will absolutely have a short squeeze moment back to the double digits here. But so far, I like the way CCL is holding this base, right? A lot of tech names have broken down below the base, making it a complete macro bear flag. So CCL, we can still look at this as a bear flag as well. So let me take out the distractions here. Okay, so this is a clear bear flag, right? And it seems like from last week's, this week's action, since it's Saturday, we broke into the downside, right? So if we didn't have earnings catalyst, okay, Anthony, I think that this would be a great short continuation to the downside for this week and a possible hit to around $8. Okay, so hopefully maybe earnings might just be that catalyst that this stock needs to go back down to the 2022 lows as a revisit. Okay. But yeah, so far the weekly trend, it's still downside. I mean, this is as clear as day. But once we hit $8, I would expect it to bounce and hold this macro base that we've been forming since June. Okay, but so far I've got to see what they say in earnings. Okay, I can't. No one can really predict earnings. Okay, so yeah, that's it for CCL. Shop, yes. So Shop was making a great base here, but it decided to break below and start making lower lows. So unfortunately, I wasn't looking to see this high that we made in the first week of August, or excuse me, the second week of August. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a lower high, but with this low, okay, has been officially confirmed that we have made a higher low on this high pivot point here. Okay, so this is a pivot high point, right? And if you want to see another reference, well, this is also another pivot high point, right? Where we reversed and we just absolutely smashed to the ground. Right, so if we can use the previous data points of the previous high points here, right, this pivot highs, we should continue to move to the downside, and I'm expecting Shop to get to that 20s level, all right, in the near-term future, as e-commerce sector continues to just see some weakness. There's no growth. People are not, making brands as much as usual. We saw that huge surge in growth and demand and online brands and just being online overall, just generally. And Shopify saw some amazing 100%ers, right, growth in the numbers, I believe. I think it was triple digit percentage. So Shopify is reeling from the fact that they're not going to be seeing that for quite a while as the economy, global economy start to reel from a recession. But Shopify, I'm still long-term bullish, but once it breaks below this line in the sand level, right? So let me put this as line in the sand, right? Okay, right here, right? This $28 level. Okay, we retested that and we kind of broke below it this week, excuse me, where the low was 27.65, which we achieved on Friday's closing candlestick. So, as we start to see more volume coming up as well between these two weekly candlesticks, okay, I'm going to expect another break below 28. So this will be a great short, because if we break below 28, well, that's going to liquidate all the buyers who are here, right, who've been investing and has been holding this name for quite a while, because most will be selling from fear, and we've been seeing that fear-based selling for most of 2022, and we can see some more liquidation as the people who have been holding throughout this entire sell-off are starting to, fear that they're going to be, ending up with $0 on their investment. Whoever invested on this hold here above 28. So obviously this was pre-split, pre-stock split, but there's going to be a lot of people who are trying to average that as well. Okay, which is fine. They're holding for the yearly, the multi-year returns, right? So decades. Okay, so there's gonna be people like that, but most will be selling. So if you break below this $28 support level, this line in the sand level, you can short it. Okay, you can definitely short it. However, okay, like I said, I'm going to be expecting a bounce. Okay, I'm going to be expecting a bounce on the overall market. So if I want that to happen, okay, I'm gonna need other tech names like as well, because tech has been really leading the sell-off here as well, along with the Dow. But tech has been seeing so much relative weakness that the markets just follow that weakness. So with Shopify here, I would expect it to bounce at 28 for this week before retesting 28 sometime, maybe in the latter half end of the week, or maybe even next week, and possibly we can see that revisit at 20s. Okay, so long-term target for Shopify is 20s for me. That'd be a great area to pick up some shares for myself, since I did miss. I think I've mentioned this multiple times where I missed that run and a potential entry point at 2018. I went over this multiple times with my personal students as well, as a lesson, and I just absolutely missed the surge in share price, and I've been chilling with my shares if I had bought in back in 2018, because I was looking at this name. So this has been a great run. And also Shopify pre-split was I think it was like $111.76 right here, right? So that's been a great area to enter for shares, but unfortunately I didn't. But hey, we gotta look for more opportunities in the future, and there will be opportunities to get in. Okay. All right, so Anthony, that's it for Shopify. So look out for that $28 level. It could be a great bounce. If you want to play the confirmation of a bounce to the upside, I would say wait until we are able to stay above 29 for this upcoming week. I will update you in the CFO Discord, Anthony. Hopefully you're able to look at it. I know you are in a different time zone, but I don't know. I don't know if you're back yet, but so hopefully we are able to stay above 29 so that we can go back above 29.80 and eventually go back above the 30 share prices. Okay. Hey, welcome guys. Wow, 7 likes. Ooh, 3 more before we get the 10 likes. Where'd my music go? Okay, there it is. Joel, I unfortunately did SPY, but let me go over it once more. So SPY, like I said, I'm expecting a bounce because, well, also for everyone who's also coming in right now, I'm going to redo SPY. Just a quick summary here. Like I said in the previous live streams, I'm watching for this 362.50 line in the sand level, or if you want a general area, 360.50 to 363, and that's where we bounced last. Not last. I keep on saying last. I keep on thinking that we're still in a new week. It's just Saturday. Well, tomorrow will be a new week, so I get to say last week. But for SPY here, as a general summary, I'm expecting a bounce for this new upcoming week. I love the way this daily candlestick looks, and we saw that this proof that buyers are stepping up around this 360.50 to 363 area, or this line in the sand level of 362.50, and Friday's low was 363.29, so it basically retested the 363 level. And if you take a look at the intraday time frame, right, on this 15-minute time frame, or just even on the 2-hour time frame, right, my favorite, this reversal candlestick looks absolutely amazing, right? So this is a nice hammer candlestick. Joel, you should know what this is, and we're able to follow through with that near the end of the day. The last 2-hour candlestick looks very bullish. However, I did want to see more volume as we're ending up in the day, but we didn't see that, right? I want to see more volume compared to this reversal candlestick, but we didn't see it. So I will be cautious, okay? I'll be expecting to see some type of a intraday descending channel to form, which is inherently bullish, right? So if we start seeing something like this, right, where we see a nice, I would say maybe this might be a pivot point, okay? A descending channel, or like a descending channel like this, or maybe a descending or falling wedge, that would be great. Either one of those are bullish, so that would be great. And the reason why I want a bullish intraday chart pattern is that, well, I want this gap to be filled that we formed between Thursday's and Friday's candlestick, right? So hopefully we're able to see that for this new upcoming week. Okay, so that's my kind of viewpoint for SPY. Joel, I will provide a more insightful and more descriptive technical analysis as usual in the CFO Spring Watch newsletter, which is sending out tomorrow, Sunday night. Okay, so if you guys want to join, make sure you guys check the description box below. Check out the link that says the CFO Swing Watch newsletter, and you guys have a discount code that you guys can use, 50% off. Okay, so make sure you guys take advantage of that opportunity. So if you guys want to get in before the newsletter sent out tomorrow night, Sunday night, I send it out every single Sunday night. Make sure you guys get it so that you guys can also get a more descriptive version of what I'm telling you guys right now on this live stream for SPY. Okay. Anthony said, not yet. I'll be back later this week. Perfect. Well, have a safe flight. Man, I'm thinking I need to go to another place as well. Should I just go on notification, guys? I had a great time in Mexico, so a lot of you guys didn't even know I went to Mexico. Gotta keep my life private, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to flaunt their life on Instagram and, you know, on social media, but you know, that's the thing. Like, I used to be like that, but you know, it's tiring, it's tiresome, and it just feels weird at this point that I'm sharing my private life to everyone, you know what I mean? So, especially when I'm traveling to other countries, right? That's a little bit, you know, I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy my time there while I'm spending my time at another country. So, hey. But yeah, I'm thinking about going to another country. Maybe by the end of the year, who knows? I'm a very frugal person, guys. If you guys know me personally, I am very, very frugal, okay? So, and hey, that is a great way to save money, especially at times like this. It comes in handy, all right? You know, people are still spending and spending and spending. You guys know that from the data I provided you guys on the CFO Swing Watch newsletter. So, you know what? I am fine. My habits will stay with me until the day I die. Okay, so anyone else have any tickers that you guys want to show me or anything? Do nothing. Good example, bro. Of course. You know, it's not even just trying to set an example. That's just my personality and how I use my money and to spending. You know, my spending habits. I used to be a horrible spender, so you know, there's that. You know what's one good tip though, guys? Don't get involved with all the designer shit, okay? That will entrap you, okay? I always thought that having designer stuff is gonna be, you know, that's like the symbol, ultra symbol of wealth. But here's the thing, guys. The millionaires I know in my life, I'm really good friends with older millionaires, right? They don't give a shit about designer brands. They don't give a shit about race cars or having them, right? They just appreciate it from afar. And most millionaires are quiet. They're quiet and reserved, and they don't even buy new things for themselves, right? And they're happy like that. They're happy to have a bank of wealth that they just have for themselves, right? And they just do whatever they like. And that's what true millionaires, I think, should be doing, right? They're not going to be spending. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what to spend, but I think lavish spending is one of the worst things to do for your wealth. Right, because you guys can get entrapped in that so easily, especially through that designer wormhole, right? The designer shit, you know, expensive car stuff. You know, it's fun, I guess, but people usually end up selling them or just outright not using it, right? So what's the point in that? Okay, so you know, most of the millionaires I know in my life, right? Most of them are men. Well, all of them are men actually. They're over like 40s and 50s. They tend to be really, really happy because they're just doing what they like, and they don't have expensive cars. They have vans, right? They have Toyotas. They have, you know, just really old cars that they've had ever since they've struggled, right? They still have those cars. So it's one of those things that I think it's I truly respect about them, and I plan to follow that as well. Okay, I don't really care about flashiness, and I truly don't. I really don't. So that's that. Anthony, you said CL. Hey, Valerie, what's up? Whoa, 15 views. Guys, can we get to 15 likes? Is that possible? Is that even possible? Maybe, maybe not. But guys, 10 likes is the goal, so if you guys are liking what I'm saying tonight, give me a thumbs up. That really helps with the algorithm. But hey, if you guys don't want to give me a thumbs up, if you guys want to give me a thumbs down, that is your choice. I'm fine for, I'm all for your choice. So CL, Anthony, yeah, so CL here still sitting at highs. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, whoops, let me do that. So on the weekly time frame, right, this is one of those relative strength names that I'll be looking out for, right? We're still sitting at highs, sure. On the daily time frame, we're going down. Hey Valerie, thank you. Right, but we're still within this macro base. Okay, it's also a base and a bull flag, but I would just say it's a base now since we've been basing since December of 2020, right? So this is an incredible, consolidation. I love how we're still sticking to this $83 level of resistance and the $72 level of support. So CL, obviously in a downtrend, I'm going to expect it to retest the 73.50 and $72, right? So, this is an area that you guys should be watching out for CL, Anthony, as well for you too. Let me make a nice demand area here. Let me make it green, just visually observable here, right? So this $72 to 73.50 level, okay, or area is very, very critical for you to watch, because if we bounce again, then there's a great chance, there's a great opportunity for this name to bounce at any of these support levels. I would say mostly around 72 to have a very, very large run up to $83, right? So, that's going to be something that's, I think is going to be a very, very good trade in the long term. I did see a very, very large call buying coming in at $78, which obviously hopefully they're out, but if they're still in for a long term, hopefully they get break even. But like I said, 73.50 is the target here, but if you lose that, 72 is the ultimate support level that you need to watch out for. And you can see that the 200 SMA is now coinciding with this level and this area within this range here. So I will be expecting a lot of support buying coming in. Okay, Valor, you said Apple and Amazon. Perfect. Actually, let's take a look at the weekly time frame first. Joey said, when I make my first 250K, I'm buying a G-Class. No, that's not a good idea. Trust me, man. Mercedes have a huge maintenance cost every single month, and the engine can break down as well. I've seen some people with Mercedes, and if you want a truly reliable car, I would just stick with Toyota. Lexus is reliable too, and they're completely fine cars. I really sometimes are fascinated by the insane culture, this car culture. I get it. You know what? I get it. I love sports cars as well. I love, amazing, Mercedes and, all these other Ferraris, stuff like that. I get it. I'm a guy. I'm a man. I like it. But, I'm just gonna appreciate from afar. I don't want to deal with the headaches that comes with it as well. Even if I do buy one, I don't think I will have it for too long. That's the thing. I don't think I want that. I want reliable. I just want a stress-free life, and that is the point of having a lot of money. And I think people confuse that, right? And like I said, the people that I know, that people have influenced me in my life, well, they're millionaires and they're just having a hell of a time with their life. They don't have a lot of stresses. They have Toyotas, they have Lexuses, they don't care. All right, so Apple here, Valerie, currently in a downtrend, right? What else can I say to that? So let's use these trend lines here on the weekly time frame. Oops, let me actually make it bigger for you guys. Welcome guys, welcome to all the people who are just joining in. Maybe I should do more lives on Saturday. I think a lot of people enjoy that more because people are just too busy on the weekdays. But hey, I'm still gonna do the weekday live stream, excuse me. So Apple here, I would say that it's making a bull flag here. However, we have, I believe so. I don't have fibs because I don't use fibs, but just using my naked eye, we have officially, based on this week's action, since it's still Saturday, we have retraced more than 50% of this run so far, and we broke out of this descending level of resistance. So let me make it more easily observable. So this descending trend line, right? We broke out of it in the early week of July, and we continued to move up higher and higher and higher as the markets continued to move lower. So Apple is also one of the names I'm going to be looking out for a relative strength as it stays near highs. Okay, it's still staying near 2021 highs as well. So I mean, what gives, right? This will definitely be on my watch list for a relative strength name. But on the short-term trend, a short-term outlook, Valerie, okay, we are in a descending channel, and when we're making a descending channel, the price will be generally in a downtrend. It'll be oscillating back and forth between this descending level of support and descending level of resistance, but the overall trend will be to the downside. So expect some weekly volatility as we continue to make this descending channel. And once we're at a good support area, maybe around 136, okay, once we reach around 136, I would expect to see some bounce and possibly provide that breakout above this descending channel. Okay, but so far bearish, very, very bearish. If you want to trade this to the downside sometime this week, since I am expecting a bounce in the earlier half of this week and maybe in the latter end half of this week where we might reject off of heavy levels of resistances, I would say for Apple, look out for a break below these two lows here, right? So this low from last week was 148.37, and the low of this week was 148.56. So if you kind of, I guess, round it up here, I would say a break below 148 will be a great entry for a movement to the downside. Okay, so that'll be a great trade. All right, so after Amazon. Okay, so Valerie, so I'm gonna give you a trade that I've actually shown to my CFO Stream Watch members. I was planning to post this on Instagram as well tonight, but it seems like I'll be showing it to you guys on YouTube first. So I got an Amazon around 12:15 or 12:20, I believe, on Friday. So let me go on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so I got on 12:15, right? So I got it, I believe, on the cusp of this 113 break. Okay, and the reason why I was waiting for the 113, well, obviously on the 15-minute time frame, we have my momentum 10 SMA. Okay, and I was glad that this candlestick closed at 113.06 because that gave me confidence that, hey, this might be ready to reverse. And I was looking for this 112 support bounce because, you know, after this big sell-off, right, I was like, okay, wait a second, you know, there has to be some sort of bounce here because 112 is a very, very significant level of support on the daily time frame, right? We've been using it as level of resistance, level of support multiple times when we're making this W-shaped pattern or double bottom pattern here, or maybe even a quadruple bottom, if you guys can call it that. And I believe I also provide a trade here as well. So 112 here, if we decide to bounce this week, we'll continue to move past the highs of Friday and possibly retest 120s. Okay, maybe around 120 is where we reject, maybe. Okay, so I got in a trade, specifically a very, very long-term trade. So I bought contracts. Okay, they expire in 2024. Okay, the strike is 210. All right, so it's very, very far out the money, and it's down the line, 2 years down the line. Okay, so that's something that you will not want to be looking for, but but you can still choose to take that long-term trade. I'm in it. I don't know how well it's gonna last, but I'm giving it room, right, based on how much I've risked to average down, right? So, excuse me. So Amazon here, like I said, I would expect it to break out and continue to break out above 114 and reverse higher. And eventually break above Friday's high of 116.05 on the earlier half of next week. So watch out for that. Okay, so but like I said, crazy good retest right here on the 112. I mean, absolutely perfect bounce, aligned with the overall market bounce as well on SPY. We ended up with a nice dragonfly doji as well. Okay, on the 15-minute time frame. So I would expect it to retest 115 as well before heading towards 116. And breaking above Friday's highs. Okay. Oh, and also I forgot that I provided a scalp trade to the downside as well on 15-minute time frame for Amazon before I got into a long-term trade here. So long-term investment using option contracts. So there was a very nice descending channel that I was looking at. Okay, you could even found this on the line chart, right? So this is a very good looking chart here. And I said if we break below 113, then we'll see a very large sell-off, and we saw that. Right. I'll also post that on Instagram as well. What I said in the Discord. So Valerie, make sure you check that out. Okay, I'll post it after my my live stream is done here. All right. So yeah, that's also what prompted me to look out for the 113 level for a potential long-term entry as well. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. 23 views. Wow. I better make sure to do more lives on the weekend. Seems like I capture more people's attention and people have more time on the weekend. So, hey, 8 likes. Awesome. We were close. We were close to 10 likes, but you know what? It's fine. Like I said, our general goal is 10 likes every single live stream. We tend to get the 10 likes after the live stream is done and people are checking out the recording, which I highly advise you guys to do. I talked about SPY as well earlier in the live stream. I believe I started talking around the 3-minute to 4-minute mark. If I didn't, I apologize. I don't remember. But make sure you guys revisit the recording as always, right? There's always something to be learned in my live streams, so make sure you guys check out my previous live streams as well. Joey said it's been good. Hey, awesome. All right, guys. Like I said, I'll be sending the CFS Streaming Watch newsletter tomorrow for the new week on Sunday night. If you guys want to join by tonight or join by tomorrow before I send it out earlier in Sunday, since I have been researching and reading all day today. So, you know, I do hours and hours of reading, guys. I do things that people don't want to do. So that's the reason why people are always looking out for my newsletters, because it helps them, and I'm glad that it helps them. I'm able to provide the time that they don't have and provide a consolidated newsletter for everyone. Okay. Hey, you're welcome, Anthony. Thank you for joining the live stream tonight. Joe, you said you should do it for the weekends if you can. Of course, if you're not partying. of course. I don't party on the weekends. I'm not a party guy. I'm a more introspective and introverted guy, so I don't tend to party much. I just like to go on vacation. I like to travel. I traveled a lot in 2021, but I haven't traveled a lot in 2022, so that's that. All right. Have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you guys take a look at my Instagram story. I'll be providing that play that I've just told you guys about Amazon and the messages I sent during the live market day on Friday about Amazon and how I was looking at Amazon intraday. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to see you guys in the CFA Discord and in the CFA Streaming Watch newsletter. And good luck trading next week, and make sure you guys always remember this: work hard and trade smart. That is our Charts Focus 1 motto. Okay, so make sure you guys always remember to work hard and trade smart. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Thank you for watching.